Across the software industry, companies are rushing to bolt generative AI chatbots onto existing enterprise systems without addressing compliance. Large language models are probabilistic by nature. They process statistical patterns to predict what word should come next, generating responses that sound incredibly convincing, even when they are entirely incorrect. Accounting requires the exact opposite. Financial systems rely on absolute deterministic precision, strict traceability, and rigorous auditability to function. Introducing a system designed to guess into an environment where accuracy is non-negotiable creates immediate, catastrophic enterprise risk. AccountTECH recognized this threat and pivoted their strategy away from consumer-style AI features, treating artificial intelligence instead as controlled, rigorous enterprise infrastructure. They executed a massive investment combining physical enterprise GPU hardware, private model hosting, and a custom controls-first architecture called the G.A.A.P AI framework. At the center of G.A.A.P AI is a simple operating philosophy. Artificial intelligence may assist the accounting workflow, but it is strictly barred from operating as the core engine itself. As AccountTECH CEO Mark Blackton explained, the moment an AI model begins inventing numbers, the platform ceases to function as legitimate accounting software. Neutralizing this hallucination threat requires engineering a hard, impenetrable architectural boundary between entirely incompatible computational systems. To guarantee financial safety, AI must be architected from the ground up as a deterministic, private, and deeply controlled framework, rather than a superficial conversational layer. Failing to establish this architectural boundary compromises legal compliance and operational trust. The resulting errors represent a systemic failure of financial reporting integrity. To understand how this works in practice, we have to look at the system architecture built from first principles, focusing entirely on isolation and control. This diagram illustrates the absolute center of the G.A.A.P framework, a locked, impenetrable, deterministic accounting engine that governs all mathematics. All journal entries, account reconciliations, and financial reporting occur strictly inside this protected, logic-based core. The math remains entirely closed. Surrounding that logic is an outer assistive shell called the AI interface layer, wrapping the core without penetrating it. Notice the one-way flow of data. Raw numbers flow outward to the AI, but a hard graphic barrier ensures AI logic cannot flow backward. This configuration restricts the outer AI layer to its approved functions, explaining complex entries, classifying data, summarizing large reports, and accelerating the user workflow. While competitors allow conversational agents to handle raw calculations, this setup ensures the AI is permanently walled off from ever executing the math itself. This dual-layer architecture guarantees that financial reporting remains strictly G.A.A.P-aligned, while still allowing users to leverage the immense processing speed of generative AI. True system integrity relies on actively stripping the AI of its power to generate facts, limiting it exclusively to the role of a secure, highly efficient data interpreter. The internal software architecture is only half the equation. The operational environment, specifically the real-world behavior of end users, presents an entirely different vulnerability. Across various industries, employees are increasingly copying sensitive general ledgers, payroll data, and commission statements, and pasting them directly into consumer AI platforms to save time. This diagram shows how that simple action breaches compliance by sending private data into massive, uncontrolled external environments. The risk is permanent. That sensitive data is now exposed to public model retention policies and integrated directly into third-party training pipelines. AccountTECH developed a physical countermeasure by localizing operations. They deploy enterprise GPU hardware and private model hosting to form a rigid perimeter around the user. Under this model, all AI processing happens locally on AccountTECH infrastructure, ensuring zero brokerage data ever touches the open internet. An enterprise software AI strategy is meaningless if it lacks physical control of the hardware. Private infrastructure is the only viable option for secure accounting operations. This philosophy of deep architectural control extends directly into AccountTECH's internal operations and their own software development lifecycle. Deploying AI as foundational infrastructure alters how an engineering team plans and executes software enhancements. Their internal development workflows are now heavily assisted by AI tooling, specifically for building automated testing, generating precise documentation, and writing database change summaries. AccountTECH maintains an explicit stance on engineering labor. AI operates strictly as a support tool, not as a replacement for human programming staff. They rely on a concept called developer amplification, where AI tools allow non-programming staff to contribute directly to the enhancement pipeline. The target operational outcome is clear: empowering a smaller, leveraged engineering team to safely produce the output of a much larger one. This workflow produces secondary quality control benefits by enforcing strict documentation consistency across projects and ensuring broader, more rigorous code test coverage. The true enterprise value of AI lies in force-multiplying human oversight and rigorous testing, rather than attempting to automate human developers out of the loop. This strict architectural groundwork provides end users with high-speed, secure access to complex data using a private, controlled bridge. The target feature on their roadmap is enabling brokerages to query their complex financial data using simple, plain English questions. The core technical concept powering this capability is known as Firm-Specific Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, knowledge systems. This diagram illustrates how RAG functions by pulling context exclusively from the firm's private database to feed the AI, completely bypassing external public knowledge bases. This approach enables several new capabilities, including client-driven report generation, AI-assisted dashboard creation, and fully searchable training libraries. These advanced capabilities carry zero risk of hallucination or data leakage, strictly because the deterministic core was established securely from day one. This highly secure, closed RAG system stands in stark contrast to the fragile and risky feature layer chatbots currently being pushed by competitors across the industry. As the software market matures, accounting firms are going to begin asking much harder questions regarding AI compliance, auditability, and governance. The AccountTECH infrastructure model is positioned as the inevitable standard required to answer those incoming regulatory questions. It reiterates the company's core philosophy: the future of artificial intelligence in financial software cannot be built on the illusion of conversational fluency. To survive the intense regulatory and compliance demands of the modern enterprise, financial AI must remain definitively private, strictly deterministic, and fully controlled.